Tonight, only on 13, we hear a lot about inmates released from overcrowded prisons who go right back to crime and then end up right back in jail.
But you rarely see or even hear from those who make it on the outside. Well, tonight, the Night B's Ann Ryder brings us a different twist in our anti-crime initiative.
They hide for good reason, the stigma. Tonight, we go inside the lives of 3 women in 3 different stages of release. And we go inside the support group that helps them, comprised entirely of ex-offenders. It's a story of hope to tell. In the woods near Greenfield, Lisa Moon, a wife and mother, moves to the cadence of wind chimes, seasons, and cups of coffee. It looks idyllic.
The simple, amazing things in life.
But there's nothing simple about the burden of a broken past.
Lisa, you didn't kill your son?
No, I did not. My name is Lisa Gamble.
Who killed your son then?
I have a 40 to do 20-year sentence.
You didn't do it, who did?
My charge was murder.
Out of prison now 4 years, and it's still hard.
Very, very hard.
Lisa relies solely on her husband for support.
Yes, it's hard to get a job that I have a felony murder charge on my packet.
25 miles away in Indianapolis, Nina Porter has left a trail of victims.
I've done so many things and harmed and hurt so many people, taken advantage in every way of life I can. And that's not who I am today. And I can honestly say that's not who I am.
Crime-free for 2 years, a record after serving 5 stints in prison on forgery, fraud, and counterfeiting.
I've schemed and scammed my way through, and it stuck with me as an adult. It took a long time to shake that.
Across town,
I got you, babe.
Sabrina Henderson works hard
Here you go, LaQuisha.
to prove that a scammer is not who she is anymore either.
Where you knock me, I can get up and I'll be stronger because I've learned from that knock.
3 women in 3 different stages of release, 4 years, 2 years, and 2 months, all trying to make it crime-free on the outside. That's where Journey Beyond Redemption comes in.
Thank you, Father, for gathering us here today.
Once a month, over prayer and pastries at a church in Indianapolis, women with rap sheets gather for rapport.
I still feel like I don't fit in.
Journey Beyond Redemption is a support group that keeps ex-offenders afloat. Normally, ex-offenders on parole are prohibited from getting together on the outside. The risk of recidivism is just too high. There is a notable exception in this case, and it turns that concept 180 degrees. They're business owners, district managers, shift supervisors. Many of these women served 20 or more years in prison.
What you're doing right now, Nina, is awesome.
At Journey Beyond Redemption,
It's real simple stuff, but it is all up to date. It's not.
Nina gets kudos for her organizational skills.
Way to go, Nina!
But at the other end of the table,
I'm just kind of going through it, but
Sabrina Henderson is struggling. Just a few months out of prison on fraud and forgery charges, she holds down 2 jobs, but she's about to lose her housing, a common problem that puts some ex-offenders at risk of returning to prison. Sabrina arrives to the meeting in tears, but she does not leave it that way. She's immediately offered temporary housing at the Progressive Christian Leadership Academy.
this is just transitional until we get into the next room, and it's a lot bigger than what this is.
This is why I'm not tempted.
Ex-offenders say it takes family, finances, and faith to make it work on the outside.
People that do know me from that side are going to say, if she can make it, anybody can.
You grow up, you learn, you change. I don't feel like I am that person anymore.
An update. Sabrina lost her cooking job, but she's working construction. With winter, though, she needs to find another job fast. Nina, the redhead, just had surgery on an injured arm, but she's doing well. Lisa, who was in prison for 20 years and out for 4, writes and sings her own music, She travels with her husband, who works regionally. She dreams of opening transitional housing for ex-offenders. You might remember I profiled Lisa in prison 8 years ago as she went through a spiritual boot camp called Plus, now in 15 Indiana prisons. It's designed to help prisoners rehabilitate and transition to real life. You can find a link to that story on Lisa, and you can find some metrics on the Plus program. That's on our website at WTHR.com.